Yes, my people, it's your boy Rank Games here, and don't forget the 95. I am back. I have returned. First things first, Happy New Year. Welcome to 26, and welcome to FM26. This is episode 1 of my Manchester United career mode. So, as we are aware, Amorim has been sacked. I don't know how to feel about it, but that's inspired this first save. As you can see in the top right corner, we are starting on the 20th of January. At the time of recording, we have beaten Manchester City convincingly. What a result. People are saying it's the biggest win we've had in a very long time. And you know what? I agree. Michael Carrick has done something extremely unique, something that hasn't been done under any other manager, I don't feel like. It's the way we won the game. It wasn't counter-attacking. It wasn't parking the bus and trying to get anything out of the game except a loss. This was front foot, attacking, pressing high, straight up domination. And I'm here for it. But as I said, it's a new era. Rank Games is now in charge. And this is what we are going to do. Here we are at the objectives. So, this incredible, lovely board want us to qualify for Europa League football this year, reach the latter stages of the FA Cup, and be competitive in the EFL Cup. I believe all of this is doable. All of this, I feel like, is doable. So off camera, we've done a little bit of business, just a little bit. Well, one signing so far, and that signing is Mr. Igor Tyjon. That's what I want to say. 17-year-old footballer who I believe is from Blackburn, yes. I signed him for 875,000. He's going to go and play in the under-21s. He seems to be better than the 18s level, so he's going to go and play in the under-21s. I have also agreed to send him out on loan, so that should happen. If I can't get that, then he's going to be really upset, so that's what I'm going to try and do. I've got about 10, 11 days to sort that out, so no pressure at all. Let me show you the league table before I show you some of the other players that I have signed. Well, not signed, but that's about to be confirmed. So here is the league table. They kind of done us dirty because Man United are definitely not in 11th. We're currently sitting 4th whilst this video is being played in real life. Unfortunately, if I scroll up, Arsenal are not top of the league. They are actually an incredible 17 points behind Liverpool. In real life, they are 6 points clear, and it could go as high up as 9 points if the results go their way. And they beat Nottingham Forest this evening, so it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, back to the virtual. We are sitting in 11th with 28 points. We are 10 points behind Spurs, who is pretty much our target. I believe that's Europa League football, so to finish in 6th place would be the target. We need to go on an incredible run to be able to achieve that, and I believe we can achieve that. It's just about time. Can we get a run together? We're on an incredible run actually at the moment. We have a look. Pure greens in January. Pure greens. Let's have a look at January actually while we're here, because I played a few of these off camera. So the Burnley game, we won 2-0 with Dorgu and Bruno Fernandes scoring. Quite a convincing win. We did pretty well. Then we move on to the FA Cup game where I actually gave Chido Obi his debut start, that is, and he managed to find the back of the net, and I've actually dumped him straight back into the 21s. However, he will be playing all cup games. I will be bringing him back for the game against Doncaster in February, so he'll be back for that. But yeah, the plan for this video is to play the last 2 games in January and also show you players that I've signed in the back end, basically. So please stay tuned. I'm back and I'm better. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content, because a lot is actually going to be on its way. So please stay tuned for that. But let's cut this and let me go and show you the players that I'm about to sign, because there is a few players that I'm about to sign. So let's go to that right now. And I'll show you also who I'm interested in signing. So I'll be right back again. So on the ins, first of all, we have someone that's already confirmed, but I just need to tick the box. And that is Antonio Rudiger. Now, why am I signing a 32-year-old defender? Pretty simple. I've got Aiden Heaven, who is 18 years old. And I think the plan is for Rudiger and Upamecano to basically mentor this guy and pass. Hopefully I can get Rudiger and Upamecano to pass down their traits to him so he can learn what they do best and take that on, ultimately turning him into a superstar. He is one of the biggest players for the future at Man United in real life and in this game. And my plan is to help him achieve that. Like I said, this save is going to go on for a little while. The aim is to win the Premier League and try and win the Champions League, but more so the Premier League. We haven't won it since 2013 and it hurts. So let's make this happen. So these are the 2 signings that I'm going to make, hopefully, which means it's going to be a big shake-up to what's going to happen in the future. And actually that moves on to the next part of what I'm going to say, because I'm going to show you the lineup and how I'm going to be setting up between now and the end of the season, and it's going to make sense with these two centre-backs coming in. So let's move on to the formation. Now, I believe some of you probably think I'm a madman for this, but this is the formation I'm going with. It is still Amorim's formation. We're still going with the Amorim. Fun enough, I genuinely do play 3 at the back. Now, of course, I'm open to changing it. However, we are doing really well at the moment. We're all green, and we've been green since playing this formation. If it was an issue, I definitely would have changed it. I'm not stubborn enough to think that if I get all these L's, I'm going to stick out until they sack me, because that's not going to happen. I will be switching the formation if I feel like it isn't working. Right now it's working, so that's what we're keeping. And I believe Upamecano as well as Rudiger would fit in to this very easily. I want 4 to 5 brilliant centre-backs, and then have 1 or 2 young players who are going to be sort of on the cusp of playing the first team. Let me go and show you the other targets that I have that may not come in here, but definitely will be a summer target, because I need the defensive midfield position to be sorted for the most part, and I need left wing back 1000%. But yeah, let me go and show you some of the players that United have been interested in, both in real life as well as who I think would fit this system very well. First of all, let's have a look at all the players whose contract is expiring. It's quite a few of them, and it's crazy actually. So Rúben Neves was definitely a prime target. I believe he might be joining Man United in real life. He's been the person that's been having conversations with Man United on a loan deal, possibly till the end of the season, from January to the end of the season, so he's on the list. Upamecano and Rudiger are players that I've already bidded for. James Garner, thinking about bringing him back to Man United. His stats are really good, really good. Really good passer, really good tackler. He could be that replacement or support for Casemiro, who I believe is kind of fading. In real life, he just won man of the match. Leave the football before the football leaves you. One clown claimed to say, and everyone knows who that is. If you don't know, type it in Google. The clown's name will come up. Moving forward, these are some of the other players that I'm looking at. Someone like Scott McTominay, to bring him back to Man United would be a very interesting thing to do. If I was to bring him back, he would play in that 10 position alongside Mr. Bruno Fernandes, El Capitano. And then you got Garassi, who's someone who's older, who can obviously score goals, but the idea is to take the stress away from Sesko as he's still a young player. And then the goalkeeping position, I looked at Emi as well as Marco, who I do have history with. He's a great goalkeeper who I had in my Crystal Palace save, and he was a brilliant goalkeeper actually when you really think about it. But the number one target, he actually just signed a new contract. Mike Magnana was going to try and get him on a free, but he's just signed a new deal. So the idea was to also help Lamons, who's a young goalkeeper, just in case he struggles. I could be able to swap him out for somebody with a bit more experience. But also the idea of learning traits, as I said before, in regards to Aiden Heaven, he's going to be learning traits off of Rudiger, who's won Champions League, Premier Leagues, and all these other stuff, as well as Upamecano, who may not have won the Champions League, but he's won Bundesliga, and he's actually a very, very good centre-back. But yeah, I feel like I've shown you enough now. Our first game of the save is against Arsenal, who are flying in real life at this stage, but not so high right now. In this save, they are 4th. Can we maintain this 100% record in January? We're about to find out now. Let's go and have a look. Also, feel free to pause it and see who else I've got on this list. But just a quick shout out to Carlos Baliba, who's on the list, and his price tag is that in the summer. Definitely going to be achievable to sign. Walton, another player who's on the list, more expensive, but British player, would be another one who could be on the list. He's definitely on the list, but could be someone that I sign as well. And finally, to be honest, my favourite out of the 3 is Elliot Anderson, who is amazing on the ball, I feel like, and would contribute massively to Man United right now. Another ball carrier. So for ball carrying, Elliot Anderson. For a bit of a destroyer, but also very good on the ball, Carlos Baliba. And then someone that can do a bit of both, someone who's also a bit of a magician and could glide across the pitch, is Adam Wharton. As I've said, let's go into the game right now. But first, let me finalise the Rudiger deal. Let's welcome Rudiger. He will be joining for a year, and he will be guaranteed another year after he makes 25 Premier League appearances. So that is now done. I will see you at the Arsenal game. We've returned early before the game because another signing has been made. Upamecano has joined Man United also alongside Rudiger. Both players will be joining in the summer. There's another pre-contract. So welcome Mr. Upamecano to the biggest club in the land. Disagree if you want in the chat. Just like that, we are now at the lineup. Significant changes, and Bumo has come back from AFCON. So he's going to jump straight into the lineup. He will be playing. Mateus Cunha is going to be on the bench. I've got several injuries, unfortunately. Aiden Heaven's injured. Dalot's injured. Ugate's injured. It's a few injuries from the lineup, but I believe I have enough in the team to get the first win of this series live. It's Arsenal versus Man United. Get your popcorn out. Get your drinks ready. Let's see what we can do in this game. Let's go into the match. And it's live. Here we go. Here we go. Like it's UFC. How confident are we? Not very. However, we did beat Man City in the previous game. Man City are no Arsenal though. Arsenal are wildly a better team these days. They're more consistent. You kind of know what you get out of them every week. But here we go. We kick off. And I need to see positive stuff happening here. Ahmad straight away. We get a shot and it's on target. So that's a good start. David Raya's on the ball. It's a good long throw to Ben White. As he goes back to Zubamendi, to Odegaard. Arsenal seem to be attacking with purpose here. What a switch. What a switch to Martinez. Oh, that was good footwork. What a save, though. That was almost a scary sight. Could have been 1-0 very easily. Looking by the match stats, it looks like Arsenal are controlling the game. Bruno Fernandes with the corner, though. It's Mateus Cunha. Ooh. Maybe we should have scored that. Maybe we should have. What adjustments can I make in this team? That is the question. That is the big question. Do I need to go back to 4 at the back? Would that even change the result in this game? All these questions, I need answers. I'm going to find out by the end of this game here. What a switch again. Declan Rice is just a quarterback. Play it. Bruno Fernandes. Why has he shot like that? I feel like taking you off. What is that? Is that your teammate or is that your opponent? That's supposed to be your op. What are you doing? That was the most disappointing attempt. I did not expect that. I thought he was going to cut back in maybe on his right, finesse that goal. Guys playing games. You're captain, you know. Best player on the pitch so far is Ahmad as he whips the corner in. Saying Bruno Fernandes, you got some work to do, mate. It's good play though. Don't lose it. How have we got a corner and we've taken it all the way back here? Go far left. Take him on Dogu. Don't shoot whatever. Go on, Dogu. Oh, it's a good shot. It's a really good shot. We've had some success down both the right and the left-hand side here. Looks like we've made our way back into the game. We've had 11 shots. 11 shots compared to their 5, and they're a home team. We might be growing into this, you know. I say that as Saliba finds Zubamendi as he goes to Lewis Skelly. Gabriel, who's improved massively at the back. Once a liability, now one of the best duos in world football, not even the league. What a ball. Victor Gyökeres. I'm hoping he's offside because that was an amazing pass. And there's very little, other than tracking your man, you can do with that. It's 1-0. I don't even know if they deserved it, but he looked offside, actually. Ooh, that is very sus. To get that wrong, even with VAR, is as realistic as hell in terms of what is happening in the English game right now. All this technology and we still get things wrong. Well, that brings us to half-time anyway. Arsenal have the lead. They're 1-0 up. Do they deserve to be in the lead? Does not seem like it, but we're not playing very well either. Our best player is a goalkeeper who's got a better rating than every player outside of the pitch. Both goalkeepers do. This is a goalkeeper's game. Something needs to change in the second half. I'm going to keep it the same until the 70th or so minute, and then I'm going to make a change. So I've got them smiling, I've got them happy, but I need them to go and execute. Go out there and perform. Give me something. Give me something to work with. We don't deserve to be in this position. We've had 11 shots, 8 on target. We've tested the keeper. Put the ball in the net. And I can't lie, it's bringing me back to the situation where Bruno passes the ball back to the keeper. It didn't even feel like a shot attempt. Keeping the ball well now. Oh, that's a very good pass. Very good play. Oh, I thought that was in. Off the post for Mbumo. And just like that, Arsenal are going to go down the other end. It's Odegaard, and that ends the highlight. They're moving the ball around very well. Ooh. The shot from Gyökeres had the keeper feeling very confident. I wasn't confident personally watching that, but oh, here we go. Arsenal, corner, goal. No, it's cleared. Odegaard, what a pass to Rice. That's going to be... They've gone all the way back. Oh my God, that strike from Ben White was a little bit spooky. We haven't got long. We need to score here. And except we're passing the ball along the back. Oh my God. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, I'm going to pause it there. We're going to make some changes. Something has got to give. And I'm going to make a risky change of bringing on Sesko. And the reason why I'm doing this change is because Mbumo's actually tired. And I think that's all I can do. We're also going to welcome Luke Shaw. Hopefully these changes can make some sort of difference. We've got 30 minutes to try and do something. I don't want to do the long ball thing anymore. I want accuracy in our passing. So short distance is for the best, especially right now. We've had 9 shots on target and our XG is still 0.07. We don't deserve to score. Not good enough from us right now. We're getting popped and Trossard finds himself in behind and the keeper has had to make another save. What are they doing? Last 15 minutes, everybody other than the keeper and De Ligt are on a 7 or above. Gyökeres doesn't get there and we hoof it long. And I can't tell you why we hoof it long, but we do. It's Trossard. Oh, he's cut inside of Ahmad. And we've somehow managed to get that clear. Kobe, we need to get the ball forward. We need to play. Oh my God, that's going to be it, isn't it? That seems like that might be it. It's Bruno Fernandes. I think it just went 1-1. Are we going to score from this corner? Oh, I just saw 1-1 come up on the screen. Bruno Fernandes. It is. Mateus Cunha has equalised in the last minute. That's the first time I've ever seen that come up, but I thought I saw us score before we scored. Could be me. Let me know if you see the same thing. But we've equalised. We found a way to score. I'm actually quite disappointed that we didn't score earlier. I feel like we had an opportunity to do something in this game and that opportunity's gone begging. However, I will take the point. It's an away game and let's face it, in real life, if we get a point against Arsenal, that would be perfect. So we'll accept this. And we'll move on to our final game against Fulham. Thank you very much for watching up to this point. If you're still here, please don't forget to subscribe and join this journey because this journey is going to go all the way to where it's meant to go. That's the top. You see where Liverpool are sitting with 60 points? That's going to be us next season. I am going to shake this up. And if you're looking forward to seeing that, you need to make sure you're subscribed. And if you ain't subscribed, get subscribed. And if you don't want to subscribe, I'll come and find you and make sure you do subscribe. But yeah, I'm both disappointed and relieved at the same time. I'm going to say, yeah, brilliant. We've salvaged the point. But yeah, if there's anything to show you in regards to transfers, I'll show you that. Otherwise, we'll move on to the Fulham game. I'll see you there. That game was so poor, but I'll bring back some positive news. Kobbie Mainoo signs a new 4-year contract, but actually, it's a 7-year contract because I can trigger an extra 3-year extension with Kobbie Mainoo, as it says in his contract. Optional contract extension by 3 years. So really, I could have it on a 7-year deal. That can be triggered at any moment. And we are back. What a crazy turn of events. What a crazy turn of events. You know why? Let me show you why. Exhibit A, he signed a new contract on the 25th of January with no release clause or nothing. Exhibit B, he also signed a new contract on the 27th of January with no release clause or nothing like that. So it might be a little bit harder, to get Carlos Baliba or Elliot Anderson out of their clubs in the summer. Adam Wharton is the only one left that hasn't signed a new contract. To be fair, I might be okay because by the time we get to the summer, the contract situation will be over. It will be dealt with. But yeah, we're moving into the final game now of the episode where we will face Fulham at home. This is what the league table looks like. A win will close the gap. Look at the gap between 11th and 7th. It's not that bad. A couple wins here and there. And because I don't believe the teams above us are necessarily that consistent, I believe we have a major chance of doing something here. All we need is a few good results. We've already established some sort of momentum anyway, but we need to continue that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put Mbumo back up front. And this is what we're going to do. This is the lineup we're going to go with. Only difference is Manuel Ugarte is in. If I can actually sell him now, I might pull the trigger and sign a player. We're at the 31st of January, and I believe deadline day ends on the 1st or the 2nd. So if I can get Ugarte out, if I get a bid of 50 plus million for Ugarte, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. But yeah, let's go and face Fulham as we look to get back to winning ways. Only change Fulham make is Harrison Reed as he comes in for Sanderberg. Minamino is actually playing really well for them. He's on form, so hopefully he doesn't score against us. The aim is to get 3 points in our final game of the episode. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because there's a lot more content coming. But let's get into this game. We need a win, and we need it now. Let's sign off this episode with a win. If we don't win the final game, I think I'm actually probably going to bin off this formation and go 4 at the back. In doing that, the bench is going to be very hefty. I've got 2 centre-backs coming. So I know I've got to try and make this work somehow, because the aim was to try and stick this formation out, but for some reason I'm not getting results. And that is a very poor start. Well, I can't say for some reason I'm not getting results, because I haven't lost a game this month. I've only drawn one, and that was against Arsenal, but should have been a win. We need to do better. Ahmad to Casemiro. Casemiro to Bruno. Bruno to Sesko. We're moving the ball pretty well. It's a very nice switch. Trusting Ahmad on the ball. Ahmad to Mbumo. Mbumo! And we take the early lead. This should be a routine win. No disrespect to Fulham, but we should be winning this game. It's a very good start, and Mbumo gets his 7th goal for Man United this season. It's really good play. Just like real life, Ahmad and Mbumo have this connection. They have this connection which brought them nothing but success so far. But another highlight, Maguire. I still need to make a decision on whether I'm going to keep Maguire and keep Casemiro, funny enough. The way Maguire's playing, he probably will be kept. But I'm going to try and get him on a lower contract. It's Ahmad. Mbumo! Oh, my days, it's headed off the line. As I said, yeah, try and get Maguire to take a pay cut to re-sign for us here. The likes of Upamecano and Rudiger coming in means there's going to be a lot of good players, good combinations that I can make in the back three. So the defence will be good. It's the midfield I need to address next. The midfield and the wing-back positions. It's very well dealt with by Bruno Fernandes, it seems. Oh, Robinson's done. And they've equalised. They've scored. This is what I was afraid of. I know you guys watching are probably thinking this formation's got to change. But we kind of got to trust the process. We're at home. From this angle, Robertson beats Ahmad far too easily, and no one marks his Jimenez as he just comes and just tucks it in. Good goal from their standpoint, but from us it was very lazy defending. They're moving the ball around very well now, as Mainu wins it back and finds Bruno. Bruno back to Mainu. If we can plug it through somehow. Dorgu. It's Dorgu who scores. Funny enough, Mbumo and Dorgu have both scored today in real life against Manchester City. And this is brilliant from Kobe. Brilliant work. Kobe finds him. And Dorgu, who could have easily passed it across, goes alone and makes sure he scores, because I can imagine the level of grilling he would have received for missing that. I think his confidence would be shot in real life. They've already scored once, so I need to try and get a third before half-time if that's possible. We're dominating this game. Everything seems to be flowing pretty well. No issues really in terms of the formation, actually. Getting the best out of the players. We need a third just to reassert our dominance. We need a third. To be honest, I need to get the goal difference up, so as many goals as I can score would be perfect. It's now half-time, and Bournemouth are losing, which means we will now be a point behind Bournemouth and Aston Villa, closing the gap. I'm not going to make any changes yet. I'm actually pretty proud of what I'm seeing. What's annoying me, though, is the fact that my striker isn't doing anything. It's the only thing that's actually getting to me a little bit. The striker's just not doing anything. Sesko is void. He's on the pitch, and he's running, but he's not doing anything. How do we find him a goal? Might have to put him on penalties. Yeah, I don't want us to be shooting from distance anymore, so let's change that. Fulham are now progressing through the back. They've been robbed by Casemiro to Mbumo, who finds Ahmad. And you know when Ahmad's on the ball in this position, it's going to be dangerous. Ahmad shoots, and he probably... I literally just sent out something not to shoot from long distance, but it hasn't actually been registered yet. It's been registered now, though, because that is annoying. I don't want my wingers shooting from outside the box. I want us to take it and work it inside. Oh, it's good pressing high again. It's really good pressing high. We're moving the ball really well. Martinez has come up as well. It's good. Bruno to Casemiro to Martinez. A bit more width from Dorgu and Ahmad there. Oh, that's a brilliant 1-2. Pull it back. Sesko, we just spoke about him. And I thought he was about to score. Oh, wow. Now we've got Fulham on the counter-attack. Oh, and Jimenez. Raul Jimenez has probably dragged that a little too far as the highlight ends. 55th minute, and they've got a corner to try and equalise. We need to get to that first. Minamino. Ooh, it's a goal kick. It's going to be a goal kick. Half an hour remaining. I am expecting more from us. I feel like this isn't good enough. I mean, a win is going to be a win, but I feel like there's a third goal in there somewhere. Oh, we're on the attack with Dorgu, who I'm probably going to take off because he's on a yellow. Hasn't played that bad either. He's done all right. He scored a very good goal. Delict to Ahmad. Pulled it back to Mbumo, who shoots. I don't want him to do that, but he does it anyway. Nothing worse than players not following instructions. 65th minute has arrived. Let's pause it and make some changes. And I'm going to base it solely on stamina pretty much. Bruno's not even doing anything. Ugarte's going to come back and he's going to play the defensive position. So these are the changes I'm going to make. Bruno's going to come off along with Dorgu, Casemiro and Martinez, who is also off now. Let's go out there and just finish this game off. It needs to be a win for so many reasons, but we're at home. Every game at home I want us to. I know it's not necessarily realistic, but we should be. I don't want him to shoot anymore. Pass first, please. Oh my goodness. I thought that was in. 18 minutes to go. Ahmad with a corner. 10 minutes to go. If we score here, it's done. 3 points. And Mbumo, he's got to score. He's got to score. And Mbumo. And he ends it here. And you know what? On that note, I'm going to pause it again. And I'm going to make my final substitution. And I'm going to take off Cobby. Cobby for Mason Mount. And Mason Mount can do the box-to-box. Trust that you can make a difference. That's going to wrap it up. That is going to wrap this game up. Yes, proceed with changes. Corner comes in. Thought Sesko's going to get there, but Calvin Bassey does. And then Mbumo, as soon as I saw Mbumo running and nobody closing him, I said, yeah, they've made a mistake. And we've capitalised on it. And Mbumo's going to end the day with a brace. Now that we can be proud of. Going to little shout, encourage. As we run down the clock now. Last couple minutes now. We've made a difficult game out of this one, to be fair, I feel like. We've been in control of the game for the most part, but we've made it very difficult for ourselves. Oh my goodness. Thought they were going to score. Oh! All of a sudden, this could be 4. If this is 4, this changes the whole narrative of the game. And that's going to end the highlight. 2 minutes to go. We're going to close out with a victory here. And we have, what a return to the team. What a result. Ahmad and Mbumo, be proud. Man of the match is obviously Mbumo, who scored a brace. And Ahmad, second place with that one. We're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through, I appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because the next episode is dropping very soon. So stay tuned. Thank you very much again. It's your boy Rank Games. Don't forget the 95. And I'm out.